Now let us discuss about xerophytes adaptations. Here, xerophytes are plants which able to survive in water, an environment with little availability of water. So, plant adaptations to habitats. Plants in different habitats possesses different adaptations. Mesophytes, xerophytes, halophytes, and hydrophytes. In mesophytes, plants adapted to habitat with adequate water. In xerophytes, plants adapted to a dry habitat. In halophytes, plants adapted to a salty habitat. Hydrophytes, plants adapted to a freshwater habitat. Morphological adaptations of xerophytes. So these are the morphological adaptations. In xerophytes, the root system is very well developed with root hairs and root caps. For example, in Xerophytes, the roots are fasciculated in asparagus plant. Stems, they are stunted, woody, dry, hard, ridged, and covered with thick bark. It may be underground. For example, saccharum. In Opensia, phylloclade is covered with spines. In xerophytes, stem is covered with thick coating of wax and silica in equisetum or dense hairs as in Xerophytes. Stems may be modified into a thorn in Williams or cladodes in asparagus. Leaves are very much reduced, small, scale like. They are appearing only for a brief period, called as caducus, sometimes modified into spines or scales, as in Casuarina ruscus asparagus. These are the examples. In xerophytes, lamina may be narrow or needle-like, as in pinus, or divided into many leaflets as in acacia, or succulents as in aloe. So here these are the morphological adaptations of xerophytes. In Euphorbia and Ziziphus zuzuma, stipules become modified into spines. Xerophytes like Calotropes have hairy covering on the leaves and stems to check to transpiration. Now, anatomical adaptations of xerophytes. Root hairs and root caps are well developed in open shape plant. The roots may become fleshy to store water as in asparagus plant. In succulent xerophytes, stems possesses a water storage region because of thin-walled parenchymal cells. Stems of non-succulent xerophytes, they show a very thick cuticle, a well-developed epidermis with thickened cell wall, several layered and sclerenchymatous hypodermis in Casuarina. The stems have sunken stomata and well-developed vascular and mechanical tissues. Leaves show well-developed cuticle, succulent leaves in aloe, multi-layered epidermis in Nerium, sclerenchymatous and several layered hypodermis in Pinus, uniform cells in sugarcane. Mesophyll is well differentiated and vascular tissues and mechanical tissues are well developed. Here, these are the anatomical adaptations of xerophytes. So here, these are the cacti which are xerophytes. So once again, we discuss about xerophytes. The root possesses a number of root hairs and well-developed root caps. Roots are covered with thick cork-like layer. It protects the inner tissues. For example, pinus. Calotropis storage tissues. In these roots, they have well-developed stellar system. Intercellular spaces are very much reduced. Mechanical tissues are well developed and made of thick white cells in xerophytic roots. Now, again we discuss about xerophyte stems. In succulent xerophytes, stem possesses a water storage region. In non-succulents, cuticle is very thick, epidermis is well developed with thickened cell walls. Hypodermis is several layered and sclerenchymatous. Stomata are sunken type. Vascular tissues are very well developed. Differentiated tissues are well developed. Bark is very well developed. Now, leaves in succulent leaves types. For example, aloe vera. Epidermal cells of leaves serves as water storage organs. Example, peperomia. They have prominent water storage regions in their mesophyll. Example, aloe vera. Cuticle is thick, heavily deposited with cutin and cellulose. Non-succulent leaves. In non-succulent leaves, well-developed heavy cuticle, several layered epidermis, for example, Nerium, several layered sclerenchymatous hypodermis in Pinus, mesophyll, very well differentiated into palisade and spongy parenchyma. So here, Pinus, there is transverse section. Stomata of sunken type confined only to lower epidermis. For example, in Nerium leaves. Very vascular tissues are very well developed, differentiated into xylem with lignified elements and phloem. In Pinus, well developed complex transfusion tissues are present. So here, rolling of leaves. Now, finally, summary of xerophyte adaptations. Thick cuticle, how it works, stops uncontrolled evaporation through leaf cells. Small leaf surface area, it works less surface area for evaporation, for example, conifers, needles, cactus pines. Low stomata density, it works smaller surface area for diffusion. Sunken stomata maintains humid air around stomata, for example, this. Stomatal hairs maintains humid air around stomata. So here these are the examples. Rolled leaves maintain humid air around stomata. Here this is the example. Extensive roots maximize water uptake. Example, cacti. Thank you.